record. All right, guys, welcome. This is Prosperity Nexus Team Top Tier Talk, our weekly meeting for Monday, April 3rd. Glad you guys could join us here. Hope you're excited about baseball opening day like I am, and I'm sure others are. Tonight, you're going to be glad you're on it. Tonight, we're going to kind of go through some of our resources that we've been updating here over the last couple of weeks. I mean, we've been talking about them on the webinar, but we want to kind of show you where you can find everything. Do you guys have anything to say first before we move on, or anybody? Yeah. All right, let's do it then. Exit. Let's go. I changed our header to match our website header too. Thought that made sense. But let's go to resources. Now, some of these things could potentially change up a little bit, but we want to show you where things are. John, you put this together, so I'm going to let you talk about this.
Which one?
The first one. Can you guys see my screen?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
New rep welcome checklist. And we will click here to view now. Okay, so this is how you access it.
Yeah, I've used it now 3 times. It's working pretty cool, but if anybody has any ideas on how to streamline it, I think it's in the Google Docs, right?
Yeah.
It's in Google Docs. Everybody can view it and download it. To download it, let's see if you can right-click. How do you download off of Google Docs? I know you can do it.
File.
You gotta
under
go
the
to
file menu.
File. Yeah.
Okay, so any of these things that are up on Google Docs file, okay, download as, and you can download as a Microsoft Word doc, you can download as a PDF. Those are the only 2 I would bother with.
Yeah, do it as a Word doc, then you can edit it and put your name on it and that kind of thing. I noticed it's got some things that are proprietary.
Well, I changed it, so I should have removed anything that was John's.
So basically, if you guys got your own thing you want to use, that's fine. This is what I'm starting to use to try to get certain things streamlined. Number one, pay your Titan. I'm including Pure Profit Pro because some people have one or the other or both. Titan or Pure Profit Pro lifetime license fee or package, and then a little explanation of both platforms in case people are just on one or the other. Number 2, purchase your package, of course, and then sign your Titan PPP purchase agreement. That's that agreement that's in the back office, I think, of Titan and PPP as well as Pure Profit. As well as Prosperity Nexus, right, Steve?
Yes. Yep.
No. What that is, that's the purchase. Isn't that
I know. Yeah. The agreement.
Yeah.
Purchase agreement. Yeah. It's really good to have because that's just another thing to have. When I was talking to John Bain, he said the 3 things to really have would be the original application where they had to check the box for the terms and conditions, and then this purchase agreement, and then of course number 2 there, e-sign your resale license agreement at corporate. So they have to go click on their product. And, what we're telling everybody, and I just sent a blast, is, hey, this is what makes this thing legal. You paid for your license fee, $395 or $295, but what makes it legal is when you read the agreement and e-sign it, now you've got the legal right to resell this over and over again. So, and that's the third proof too.
Yeah. So if any of you on here tonight or watching the replay have not done that, you're going to want to log into your Titan Inc. back office and follow those instructions. Click on products, and then you'll see where you can e-sign your license agreements.
And that allows you not only be legal, but allows you to view your products and or download them or both. And, any sales rep actually should know a little bit about the product he is selling. And that's one way to do it. And you'll be surprised. You might find some things that you really want to get into yourself. I know I got into the Facebook and the hashtag stuff and a couple other things. So anyway, then the next thing on there, 3, if you don't already have these, open up a Craigslist, PayPal, GoDaddy account, Skype account. They're all free. Number 4, have your sponsor help you purchase the necessary domains to personalize your website. You will need 2 if you own both businesses. Number 5, although optional, highly suggested to join Prosperity Nexus as the training support additional websites, custom sales funnel, blah, blah, blah. I just about insist everybody does that on my team. Every once in a while, there's a couple people that either don't have the money or don't want to do it. Then I just let them know. I said, okay, you're only going to be able to use the Titan website, the Titan video, and you can't really come to bring prospects to our new sales funnel and stuff, you know?
Yeah, good luck. Good luck.
Yeah, good luck, you know?
Well, and realistically, the training's not available to them like this call tonight, nor are the webinars, right?
Exactly.
Well,
Not,
I mean, I guess technically, yeah.
Technically.
And then the next part is, you know, the normal stuff on how you register by going to Register Prosperity Nexus, click on PNT Superstar, put that out so people, you know, can do that. And then it says you're not ready to log in.
I did miss one personalization there. I'll fix that.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah. And tell them in your text who your sponsor is. Yeah, exactly. So you got to change that.
Yep.
You're now ready to start the fast start. Is that it? I can't remember. Is that it, Steve?
Ooh, yeah, I think so.
And that takes them, that's like sort of phase 1. They're now ready to go do the fast start. They've got their domains. They've clicked on their product. They did this.
Well, here's a cool thing, too, that you ask people to do that is pretty neat, I think, is write down your short and long-term goals.
Yeah. I do that, and I keep a folder on them, and I actually use that. Every once in a while, I'll talk to somebody who's losing his mojo, and I'll say, well, listen, Dave, I got down here. You wanted to make 6 to 10K a month in 90 to 120 days. What happened to that?
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it's a nice point of discussion to know what your rep's trying to achieve, and it excites you as well, and long term. And then that's pretty much it for the sort of welcome, you know, sign up a new rep. And that only takes them to the fast start. And then the fast start is the fast start, you know?
Yep.
Hey guys, do we all have to go back and re-register that? You mentioned that earlier up in checklist 1 and 2 there.
Re-register what?
Do we already in have to go back and re-register?
Oh, no. Nope.
Okay. I didn't think so. Okay.
You mean on the product thing?
You're right.
Oh, no, nothing. No.
That's new people.
This is just for new people,
Yep.
new reps.
This would be for new people to help them kind of navigate. And then they go to the fast start, which is going to.
Yeah, and it also helps reps help to navigate too with their new prospect, because once you confirm them, meaning you've got your money for the package, then you send this to them and get on the phone and go over it with them and see how much they can do on their own and help them out. Now they're ready to go on the fast start, and then there you go.
All right, cool. Let's go through this real quick. We got webinar attendee. Okay, at this point in time, the way come on, go. The emailing didn't work too good, so we're going to, if you want to know, if you've invited people, if you want to know who attended, text John and just put your name in the text so he knows who you are, and he will let you know. He's the keeper. John is the keeper of the webinar attendee list. We talk about a 10-hour work week plan in our webinar. So we wanted to make sure we at least had one so that,
you got some background noise, screaming, people are screaming or something.
Yeah, somebody does. Hold on. Let's see who that is.
Somebody's talking real loud or screaming.
Yeah, if you're not talking right now, guys, just mute yourselves. So we don't have to. There it is. It's gone anyway.
Yep. They usually quiet down when we
call them out.
Yeah. So anyway, this is something, you know, if somebody says, what is this 10-hour week plan? You can show them this. I mean, obviously, you know, these are estimates, but, you know, it's a good, you know, it's a pretty good rule of thumb of, you know, how they can spend their 10 hours a week and be successful with this business. Hold on. Somebody has a chat. Let's see what that says.
And that was Sean. Sean saying that he's in a Starbucks. It was probably him,
All
but
right.
he's got muted now.
Cool.
So
Thanks, Sean.
he's good. We're good.
All right. What do we got now? Okay, we got our no selling sales system. So this is kind of designed as a sales page to, you could show it to a prospect or whatever to explain our new no selling system that we rolled out. What else? Financing options. Okay.
We finally got a decent ballpark on this, I think.
Well, this is the regular financing options that we have first. Okay. So we have here, this is something that, all of us need to, probably emphasize more if we haven't been, because our business, it only, we can say it only costs a few $1,000s to get started, but in some cases that's a lot. But to start a business, a regular business, people just always finance. You're not paying $200,000 cash to start a Subway, right? Your financing is normal. Just like usually when you buy a car, financing is normal. Well,
or a house, yeah.
Or a house.
A car's not going to earn you a dime.
Yeah, in this case, so starting with financing is completely normal. In fact, probably when you just look at business in general, starting a business without financing is is abnormal. So we do have some lending options here. These are more traditional financing options where it's gonna, they need at least a 620 FICO score. They're gonna need proof of income, okay, in order to qualify. We do have some instructions here for you. Read through those. Just added some credit card options. Okay, these are some credit card options for your prospects. They can call the credit card. There's some instructions here as well for that, and and that's that. Now, of course, with a credit card, again, they can't have terrible credit. They need to have decent credit and income. But the nice thing with credit cards is they'll take stated income. Okay, so you don't have to actually show them what you're what you're making. You can just kind of tell them what you're making. Did you want to add anything to that, John?
Well, I was going to say these instructions are also helpful to the reps when you're talking to your new potential prospects. Sort of tells you what to say to them and to help you get a finance going. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. All righty.
And these options are great selling tools. They really are. If you start talking about the different things of the funnels and the options of the financing, and these are all great tools to know and to use when you're communicating with somebody who's saying, I like it, but this I just don't have the funds. No problem. Nobody did. Who had 3,500 or 6,500 or 12,000 in their drawer in their house?
Right.
Right.
Nobody.
And if they did,
you
they
figure out a way.
Yeah, and if they did, they probably weren't even a prospect for the business. They probably were well off enough.
Exactly. In most cases, people get started with this business because they've run into some issues, right?
They want to make money. Yeah.
Laid off. They're not making enough money. Whatever the case may be.
So that's the reason they're looking. Exactly. And so, we understand. First, you got to like the business. You like the business first. Okay, great. Let's go figure out how you're going to make the money. How you're going to get the money to start your business, and financing and all of these creative ways here. Just get in your head and get ready. They're going to say, I don't have the money. No problem. We've got that. We've got those solutions.
Yep.
Do you like the business?
Now we got the in-house financing.
This is what we rolled out on Saturday on the webinar. Okay, so it's public information, I guess, and we may still be tweaking these terms and conditions.
Already got several people interested in this. I think this could be not only a game changer, but a nice reason for somebody who may think they're a 3. Oh, well, I'm a 3. I can't do this business. I don't have any money. I don't have any financing, and my credit's horrible, whatever. And all of a sudden they find out that, well, wait a minute, what are those guys saying? Really? And that keeps them maybe to the end, not only, but gets them to call you back for 2 things: the 48-hour incentive, but hey, what's this thing about in-house fund? I mean, and that's everything. When you get a prospect to call back the sponsor, where you can have some communication with them, you got a good chance.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
If anybody tells you they can't do the business after this, they're just giving you blowing
Yeah.
smoke. They don't
Well,
really like the business.
Yeah,
It's not the money.
yeah,
They
that's,
don't believe it. Either they don't believe it's real, or they don't like what we do. Those
well,
are the only
it's-
two reasons
yeah,
after that. I don't care what they say.
Yeah, it's that phrase, you want to make excuses or you want to make money. We just took about
Yeah,
every
we're-
excuse away from you.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
we're pretty much removing the excuses. Now, it's important you understand at least conceptually what this is with our in-house, what we're calling our in-house financing option, okay? Because each one of us individually is actually acting as the quote-unquote bank, okay?
Yeah. You're financing them.
Yeah,
Each one of us.
Yeah, right. We're not as Prosperity Nexus because we're not a company.
Yeah.
Right?
No.
We're a team.
No.
And I put some pretty good, go through them, Steve, but we
Yeah,
put
let's go through these real quick just so you understand where we're coming from and what this means and how this can really work to our benefit. First of all, what does it say? Okay.
You must have an interview with one of our finance experts.
Must have an interview. Okay. Now this is really important. Okay. You have to show proof of either being refused, being turned down through normal financing, through the normal financing options, or also show us a, when you go on Credit Karma, which is the link that we have on the conventional financing page, they're going to show you, show you one of your credit scores. If it comes up as 570 or something like that, there's no sense going through the financing, application. You're not going to get approved. So if you show us the printout of that score, okay, then you're a candidate for this plan.
And even then, the interviewer should say, have you tried one of our credit card options? Because in the end, all of us reps don't want to do this. We want to get paid in full.
Yes.
So the only downside of this thing is the potential everybody possibly wanting to do it. But these first couple things are the way to, hey, this is invitation only, and your sponsor is going to have to approve this. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think we're protecting ourselves from that standpoint. You have to be part of the Prosperity Nexus team. Okay, that should be obvious. $24.95 a month. You need to make, after your first qualifying sale, it's still a one-up, right? So it's they pass up the first sale, but then through any additional sales, they're going to need to pay off the loan first before they start to get any money. Okay, so it could be potentially a two-up program, or even in some cases more than
whatever
that,
it takes. Yeah, whatever it takes, because the ethics of the exchange are, we're doing a favor and we're actually trusting somebody's going to make the payments and we're going to work with them. And so if we're helping them make money, then we got to recoup, because technically we've given the package and confirmed them probably without they're paying for it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And we'll show we'll show you the installments in a second. We're offering a 6-month or a 12-month plan. Let's see, balance is due in full. We have in this business, in the home-based business industry in general, there are people that throw in the towel, right? They don't have the success that they wanted within their first 2 or 3 weeks. And I'm done. I knew this wasn't going to work, and it's not working. So
Crazy.
Trust me, there are people like that. And so in any event, we're telling them that they're still responsible for the loan, so you might as well stick in there. You
bought the package, so you're still responsible.
Yeah,
you own it.
We'll give them a grace period, okay, if they fall behind. And a lot of these payment instructions are going to really be up to each individual, right? You work out the arrangements with the person that you're bringing in, but we're putting on here a 10-day grace period. Okay, people don't always make payments on time, especially people that don't have good credit, who are going to be the people that are, they're not the greatest bill payers. Okay, so we'll give them a 10-day grace period. If they fail to make a payment within then, they'll be suspended from Prosperity Nexus team. So we'll just shut down their sales funnel, their website, and everything like that.
Until they catch up, if they do.
Yeah. And then if they catch up, they'll be reinstated. Let's see, what is this? Okay, just saying it's a performance. That's my text. Yeah. It's
I'm just kidding. I knew that.
It's a we just tell them it's a performance-based business. There are 2 financing or installment options, 1/3 down in 5 monthly payments, or 1/3 down in 11 monthly payments. One has a 10% charge, one has a 15% charge. And let's show you what these are, just so you can kind of visualize what we're talking about here. So we have, the first one is the 6-month plan. Okay, so you're going to come. You see the first column is 1/3 down, so that's the down payment. That's the money that you're going to put in your pocket up front. So you can see, obviously, it's less than making a full sale. But this could be a way to get people in the door that would not otherwise be able to, right? They can't qualify for regular financing, and they don't have the money to pay in full. So,
but they're still excited about the biz, and there you go. Yeah,
That's the key.
Exactly.
They got to be excited.
I think
This isn't just something you want to slam them in. They got to be excited and want to. This is just the only opportunity for them.
Exactly.
The only way they can.
Yep. And you can see
you're going to be training them. You're going to be doing the things.
Yeah.
And
you're going to see the numbers here for the 12-month as well. They have to sign it, and all that good stuff to make it.
And each package gets increased. The principal is more than it would be, of course, because we're financing it.
Right. Yep. So, this really can be a game changer, especially because we're saying on the webinar that, hey, we have a no credit check, no income verification loan option for you. So it should generate interest, right? It should generate people, because there's a lot of people that can't qualify for normal financing, So we're offering this option. I think we have our bases covered, but we'll tweak this thing if we need to, do a better job.
The key thing.
Go ahead, Michael.
I was going to say the key thing we obviously as leadership have talked about this and we understand it, but the others on the call here need to know this is not something you lead with. At the very first point on the sheet here is they have to exhaust all other options.
Yep.
And they have to apply for financing and provide proof. If they don't do that, then this isn't even an option to discuss.
No, yeah. It's invitation only. Yeah. If they even say they want to do it, they got to go through these hoops.
Yeah, exactly. Otherwise you're shooting yourself in the foot.
Right.
Literally.
Now I will say there may be people that you've talked to that
yeah, absolutely.
You know that the reason that they didn't sign up is they couldn't qualify or whatever. Well, those people, I think you can go back to. This is still marketing and sales, and I think you can go back to those people and say, "Hey, there is an option here for you."
Hey, you could make an announcement. I would suggest everybody does a blast in their back office. Incredible new announcement, boom, 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 and man,
introducing
generate some new interest. Some reinvigorated interest. Yeah,
I already did it to a select few people, and one for one, everybody went, really? So there you go.
Yeah. So
by the way, it's also a motivation to the rep to try to get the one up, because if you get that one up out of the way, we all know that's going to create belief in the new guy to tend to keep making his payments. And then if you get a second one out of the way and he's almost now or has paid off his loan, that guy's in. And hey, who wouldn't like? I wouldn't mind 10 people giving me payments between $100 and $200 some dollars a month. That's
Yeah, you build up a little monthly residual there too. So it's not, yeah. So there's some positives there as well. But, there's a lot of positives. I think none of our competition is offering anything like this. And, believe it or not, we do compete with other teams and other similar businesses. And, between our no selling system, we've rolled out a couple of game changers that are really unique to us that are, are pretty exciting. And
I have an entrepreneur that would have not come in, but at the end he saw the hands-off thing, and he owns 2 other businesses, and he went, really? So he called me up just to talk about that.
Yep.
And he already paid, and I haven't got to the checklist yet. He's going to start setting up his biz tomorrow. He paid on Friday, and he wants to be an absentee owner.
Yeah.
And so there you go.
Yeah. Maybe he's on tonight. Maybe he's on the.
No, he's not on.
Okay. No.
He doesn't know about that. We're not.
That's right. He's absentee. All right.
We have a bunch of those.
Hey, we got a question here. Hold on before we move on. Let's see. Hi guys. So with the no selling, this is from Adrian. With the no selling system, all they do is pay for advertising. That's correct, Adrian. Yep, they pay for advertising.
And they got to be active members of PNT, and active is a key word. I'm not going to work with anybody who completely disappears who sends me a couple leads either. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yep. And yeah.
But that's your option. You can fire him at any time you want. If he's not delivering leads and not being active, and it's you feel like it's somebody that's a shackle that you're trying to drag across the finish line, that's not a workable partnership. You know what I mean? The partnership has got to be an equal partnership. If you're going to split 50-50, this guy's got to be excited about the business, show up, start figuring out what's going on, take out Craigslist ads, buy co-ops, and feed you leads. I'm not going to be I'm not going to babysit one of these guys.
No. I can go do that and get 100% without having to babysit.
Exactly.
I got to babysit and hand hold and all that. I only get half of a sale that I'm working. No.
Sean has
but it has positives, no doubt about it. There's all of these things that we're coming to the table with are amazing. I mean, I've never seen anything like it. Nobody, and we've all been around. I've never seen anything like this. We've got options for everybody. We've got solutions for everybody. There's no reason why, if somebody's excited, that they can't get into this business and make a run and do well.
That's the thing. I mean, we're marketers first and foremost, right? And when we do our webinars, that's a sales presentation. And, so maybe we're working through some of the nitty gritty of some of the stuff that we're rolling out, but, it's pretty solid in place right now.
Yeah, Sean has a question that you could do. Could it be done through PayPal? But you could set up an automatic payment plan if you wanted to, I guess, right?
I mean, I would definitely recommend that they pay you via PayPal, on the financing, on the smaller portions for sure.
Because you don't want to get charged a credit card fee. You don't have to.
Yeah. Yep.
Family and friends.
And that's easy. So everybody on our team really should have a verified PayPal account, Yeah, I think so. I think if you set it up through PayPal, that's a smart way to do it.
It doesn't have to be automated. I mean, it still can be a PayPal.
I mean, they could send you a money order every month, but I wouldn't do that. I would do.
You can go into PayPal and send them an invoice. Something they can just click on. I mean, there's all kind of simple ways for you to go in and.
Yeah.
You can also, if you wanted to, with PayPal, you can set up recurring payments. So you could set up their whole thing for them if that's what you wanted to do.
Yeah, they'd have to agree to that, and that's all right.
Yeah. I think that would be smart actually, because then it's
absolutely
it would be very smart.
Yep.
You don't want to turn it into a collector and having to do all that. Just get it set up. Here's how we do it. Here's this as part of it.
And then if it doesn't go through, PayPal notifies you, right, or somehow? Yeah.
Yeah, and then they'll try again. I think usually in 5 days, I think, or 3 or 5 days, they'll try again.
Yeah, 3 days. Yeah.
3 days they'll try again.
5 days.
But you'll get notified, so you can get back to that person and tell them, hey.
Yeah, you could say, hey, dude, another few more days, and your account's suspended. What's up?
Yeah, gonna send you another collection account.
Cousin Vinny's on his way. So.
The Italians.
It's always those Italians, isn't it? All right, put together this 3-way call contact sheet list, okay? And we'd like to add more people. Right now, it's just the leaders on here. Your sponsor should really always be your first option for 3-way calls normally, okay? But we're certainly available as leaders as well, and that's our contact info there. For 3-ways, 3-ways is going to be how you make the money.
And I don't know how you guys want to do it, but I prefer only text because I get too many emails. Text is a good way to get a hold of me, because if I can't do it or I'm away, I'll say I'm not free at that time. But if you send me an email, well, I got lots of emails. It may be longer for me to get back to.
Yeah, I would say text for me as well. This is Ed.
Yeah.
Text me and I can respond faster.
Yeah, you could maybe you could make a little footnote there, Steve, and say we all prefer text.
I could just remove the email.
Yeah, that would probably be a better thing, because I check my emails about twice a day.
Yeah, me too, pretty much. So,
but I think you should say, because if you just put the cell, people will start calling. Calling's still not as good as texting.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, plus, you're right. I don't always answer my phone.
And if I don't know you, if I don't know your number you're calling from, I'm not going to answer.
I'm not going to answer.
Text
exactly.
And put your name. Make sure when you text us, hey, this is whatever, give us your name. I've got a 3-way call coming up, or at such and such time. Could you be available for that?
Exactly.
Not a problem. If one of us, whoever you're texting, we can be available. Absolutely, we can be available. We'll try to make ourselves available. But
Yeah, because if
that's
you
the way
don't
we
put
do
your,
it.
if you don't put your name and you're not in our database, that's gonna mean nothing.
Yeah. And let's
Yeah.
touch on that real quick, guys, while we're doing this. And you know, as far as three-way etiquette, you know, what you want to do is make sure that I know for me, I want to know a little about the guy. Do you know what he does for a living? You know, what product package is he wanting to come in? Have you talked about that at all? But more importantly, I want to make sure that when you call me and you introduce me to the person, I want to make sure that you step back out of the way and don't talk again until they bring you back into the conversation.
And
We all feel that way.
always call the leader first. Don't ever let the prospect wait.
Absolutely.
Call me, and that's the time to get me up to speed. Hey, John, you know.
Which means don't wait till the last second before the call time is set up.
Exactly.
At least 10 minutes ahead, 5 minutes ahead, no later. 5 minutes ahead.
You say, hey, John, this is Dave Spencer. He's a retired attorney, and blah, 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 blah. And here's what I've done so far. All right, thanks a lot, John. And then you got to introduce him. And here's another protocol that people mess up. When the guy gets on the line, don't start asking him how he's doing and get in any chit-chat without him knowing there's somebody on the line. People get upset when you do that. So just say, hey, is this Dave? Dave, this is our call at 4 p.m. I just want to let you know I got one of the top leaders on the line. His name is John Novello, blah, 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 blah. John,
he's here to get your questions answered. And
right away, because if you start getting into chit-chat, and then I'm sitting there going, I can't believe this guy. And finally I get introduced, and then the guy gets mad because he didn't know that somebody was listening in. You can't do that.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah, you're there for a reason, to get in there and get questions answered by the leader. And
You got my number wrong, Steve.
I do?
Yeah.
So step away, introduce.
Okay.
Step away, mute your phone.
832.
And short of something like, if you hear me calling the guy by his wrong name, then obviously step in and nicely. But other than that, I don't want to hear from you. And here's the other protocol that's really important. Don't undo what your three-way leader pro just did. When you're done, then you got to get off the phone. You should say something like, hey, John's one of the best guys on the team. You know, we're really glad to have him. He knows his stuff, blah, 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 blah. Listen, I got to run. I got a whole bunch of other people that I'm doing blah, blah, blah with. Check it over and I'll be in touch. Don't sit there and then start trying to sell them on the business and blow it.
Now, hopefully that call is going to end up with one of us saying, are you ready to join our team? Okay, do you see yourself making money? How soon do you want to get started making money here? And the person says, well, today, tomorrow, whatever. And immediately, okay, great. Let's get them over to your website. Let's get them signed up. Or, I'm going to think about it tonight. I'll be ready tomorrow, or whatever the case may be. And don't talk about it. Like John's saying, just at that point, it's going to be taken to your website, get them registered immediately, and then go from there. And if you need help getting them done, then naturally we'll do that and make sure. But well, John's right on with that. Don't start talking and going on about stuff. Our mission is to get them closed right then, or schedule the next available time that they want to talk about and close, and be able to close them at that time. But we're going to try to close them right then, right there.
Yep.
Okay.
Then it's just a registration and set up payment process.
That was a little three-way call training as well.
Bingo.
Okay.
If you start
Unexpected but useful. All right, guys. Anybody have any questions or concerns about this? Not concerns, just questions. I don't want.
And the finance thing is up to you guys. You're the individual sponsor rep. If you don't want to do that, nobody's telling you you have to do it. But just remember, we are announcing it on the webinar. So one of your prospects may ask you about that. And I'm not going to accept the money and give it to you. So it's going to be paid to you. So make sure you read that finance thing and understand it. So and be prepared if that's going to happen.
Right.
Yeah. And, Sean wanted to know where to find the document.
It's all under resources. It's all under resources, Sean. So it's under the resources tab.
You're looking at your screen.
All this new stuff, if you're looking at it on the screen. Otherwise, it's under resources.
ProsperityNexus.com, everybody else, in case you don't know.
Yep.
Log in first, and then go to resources.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all password protected.
Just remember, some people forget this, but .com is your training site. .net is your marketing that manages all your prospects for you and your autoresponders and everything else. So you
Send
should
your broadcast emails.
everything.
All right, cool. Well, if we don't have anything,
.com for training, .net for managing your business.
Yeah.
there you go.
Got a
All right,
question.
cool.
Quick
Okay.
question.
Hey, John.
Yep. Question about your web addresses to start with www versus HTTP. What's the big differential there? Why does one work and not the other one?
All websites start with HTTP : // The www is an older, it does not have to be on there. It used to have to be. It does not have to be anymore.
Well, either does HTTP normally.
No, well, it's still a part of the web address.
Right, it's part of it. Yeah.
But as far as most browsers these days, you do not have to enter it, obviously. I mean, look at the address in Steve's there. It's not there. I mean, it just starts as prosperingnexus.com.
Yeah, if you put it in the address, you can just type it in without the HTTP and without.
Right.
But if you want it to be a hyperlink in an email, you need the HTTP. You don't need the www. In fact, don't ever use www because, like, if you try to do that with subdomains,
GoDaddy, it'll screw up.
work.
GoDaddy thing, it'll screw it up every time.
Don't need www.
But if you buy paid traffic, you're going to have to put that link in there, not the HTTP. But they usually have it in those paid traffic ones.
When in doubt, pull up a browser, throw in what you're doing,
That's
and
the
see
key.
if it comes up for you.
That's the key thing, is always test your links.
Absolutely.
Always.
Before you ever put it in an ad or anything else, pull up a browser, throw in what you think you're going to put in there, and enter, and see if it comes up.
Did that answer your question, John?
Yeah, just stick with HTTP.
Okay, cool.
Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
Hey, Sean.
Hey, guys. You had
I'll
mentioned...
take a latte, please, a little mocha. You're at Starbucks, right?
Yeah, I am, actually. I wanted to just to find out if you guys wanted me to address any Facebook data that led to sales without any advertising spent.
Well, you should write maybe some of that up too maybe for one of the next trainings. Why don't you put a little document together and send it to us?
Sure.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. If you're available next Monday, because we're already 37 minutes in here, so we want to wrap this up. But next Monday, I mean, because
be a good topic.
We don't have a topic off the top of our heads, so that'll work great.
Great. I'll send you guys over a document.
And I mean, you can talk about. Just make sure you have a headset.
Okay. Can you hear me okay with this setup?
Yep.
Yeah.
Much better than
Absolutely.
in the past. Yep.
Good.
Yeah,
Cool.
but it would be better to not be in a public place if possible.
Yeah.
We hear all the background.
Oh,
Sure.
yeah,
Okay.
that's true.
Oh, yeah, if you're going to be doing training,
Cool.
your mic's going to be open constantly. So hopefully next Monday, if you're going to do that or talk about that, you can be somewhere.
That'd be awesome, because I'm sure there are a lot of people that want to know, because I know you're having some success with that.
Oh,
and we don't have any trainings on it whatsoever, so that'd be awesome.
Okay, good.
Cool.
All right.
Speaking of that, I've got
Awesome.
a guy that I did a little ad or, a little promo out there just on my contacts on Facebook this weekend, and had a guy message me back from college I was at 30 with, and this was 30 years ago. And he's like, hey, I want to know what you're doing. I'm looking for an opportunity. So we're getting together as soon as this call's over with. So it works
cool.
constantly.
Awesome.
All right, man.
Well, good.
All right.
All right, guys, let's rock and roll. Let's pack this webinar on Wednesday, and let's make some money this week.
Take care.
All right. Take care.
See you
Sounds
guys.
good.
All right, bye.
Bye, guys.